What's up, guys? I'm just gonna try to go through some shit that works. One of the first things is, if you're dealing with a formation, like let's say you want to run bunch, that defensive end is outside where your tight end is, you're not going to necessarily be able to run any route outside of him. You're going to get chip blocked or something like that. So sometimes you just got to kind of play with it. If I'm not mistaken, I think drag routes work. I'm going to have to lab and see. Yeah, so drag routes work. But if he's inside and he's in your way, you know, sometimes you might get chip blocked or you might get knocked off your route completely. Just kind of. And that worked because he was blitzing. But if he had, I could have possibly, I probably should have blocked the running back there. However, he did clear out. I'm trying to see what the best thing for me to do. Because if the user's there, he's going to alert that. You know what? Let me try this. Okay, so that might work. I could probably use that. We're just going to have to block the running back on the backside. But that's a good pass concept. The spot with the zig, quick, easy completion. Just try to get a couple of reps of it out. Even if the safety mans it up, you still have a possibility. So I might use that one. Try not to run any, drags. Excuse me. Like I said, any formation with a defensive or edge rusher that far wide, it can kind of disrupt, routes that are being ran from that side. So I probably wouldn't run bunch against it a lot. Like, you're almost forced to throw little quick passes like this to get your ball distribution, and be able to go downfield as much as you want. Now, he's even with the tight end is different. So he's not outside the tight end, so he's even. I think he chip blocks. Let me double check. The chip block was just a bad chip block. Alright, so if he's even, I won't even do that. Let's motion him to the other side. See right there, now he can get inside and run the drag. Watch this. He's inside. There we go. That's another thing I want to just teach you guys. No stock formation as is going to be perfect. There's always going to be a counter defense that just stops it as is stock. So you always want to make sure you're paying attention to where people are lined up. I'm always emphasis on, the alignment that you're using and how you want to attack those alignments and so on and so forth. So like I said, I'm just kind of giving this a couple of reps. Might use different plays. That might actually be pretty good with like a Z spy go. Just go random play. So a Z spy go with a zig. That could be good. If I can just get a third route in there, that could be really good. So it's going to be the Z spot that route right there, he needs to be to the flat. He needs to pull out and do something with that point receiver. I'm not going to be able to motion him out. I don't like the flat route. Most of the time there's a flat defender. You don't want that flat route there. That could potentially be good. I think they fixed that where they don't start running the route. The only thing that I see is I could probably run like a shallow cross mesh. We'll get 2 drags. Get the chip block. I got the eggs. Said I don't run bunch a lot. I think a lot of the formations that you used to be able to spam aren't as good to spam anymore. So you might catch me use it in certain situations instead of always being in it. Just kind of looking through. And this sucks. They gutted our trips tight end. There used to be a lot of plays in this that you could use. If I'm not mistaken, trips tight end allows you to motion your slot receiver to the other slot. So like this formation would be like heavily reliant on some route abilities. Like if you have like apprentice or anything like that, it would be heavily dependent on that. Because other than that, you really don't have like a lot. Like I could probably trying to remember. So I would need a flat route. One of the things I have to play with, cause see, another thing, see how he's lined up right there? That's all I'm doing no good, so he's got to be in a block release. I'm not even sure if that crosshair is going to be viable. It runs a little bit deep though, which is good. Might just have to run like a block release flat. Get a chip block for the running back. Motion on the left. Go to the slot. Run the fade instead of a vert. Tight end gets a chip block. See, if he had acrobats, which Devontae does, I think Devontae runs that route. Just trying to see. I don't even know what all motions this has. Okay, so I can motion the running back over here. Hang on a second, look at that. You hungry, buddy? Kiki. What are you doing? Weird cat. Let's see. Cover one robber. Usually I'm gonna man trips up, zone the outsides. Really just depends. Because the crossers they're not hard to defend. Most people just use them. I don't have an issue playing trips defense because you got to play man because of the RPOs. And then you just adjust your zones for anything deep for the mesh concepts. You ain't even got shape. It's like this right here. This is a good pass concept, but watch what you have to do though. You put him in a fade route. In that 3-route read with the running back on the block release, he'll help you get protection to buy you time for the crosser. And if he doesn't do that, he's a simple check down. Now the next thing you're gonna have to do, Kitty, you really gotta do that right up under me. It's like another thing. I'm trying to make sure I got everything. See, the crosser always works good with the dig, but that dig, you need to pull the deep zones off of it. So the next thing is, instead of running that vert, you need to run that fade route. So it's 2 fade routes to clear the middle of the field out. Okay, it's just wide fucking open. He went to like the cover 2. I know I got it on a random. That was just a bad route. See, cover 2, you got to be careful. Like those cloud flats, they'll chuck you. So anytime you read a cloud flat, you can't run anything right at it without getting chucked. You're probably better off running the fade at the cloud. If you have like a slot apprentice or something, you could probably run that. See, I probably could have hit that fade right there and then probably just put him in a smoke screen. See, I didn't know he was in a cover 2 though. I just got it on random play. That's the good crosser. That one's pretty consistent. But you had to run those fades. And it really just depends like who this tight end matched up with, whether or not you're going to be able to run it or not. See, if he's pressed, he's not going to get down the field fast enough. Like I said, I just run that fade because he'll get that release animation and he'll pull his guy upfield so that you can throw the dot at him. It's an easy concept. Like, it's not something that takes rocket scientists to figure out. Just put a fade route. If they're not using that crosser, I say even if you run man again, you got to run man on the crosser. And then just kind of trust the process. But like I said, it's not something that I spam. It's a good route. It'll get open. Probably something you'll use on like third down, cover threes. You know it's cover three. Like right here is wide open. Consistent. If they have to user it, then you can do more with it. So what I'll do, I see that crosser there. I think there's like another formation. It's got like a number 2 crosser. I think the PA cross. I think that's the only one. Only thing about this one is you don't want play action. Play action is too fucking slow. So you're better off just running that flat route like that. Smart hill, I guess, or better yet, just run him in a curl or a dig. Don't matter. See, right there, you run that zig, so you pull that curl under, so you get that crosser over it. Try to get the animation. Or better yet, actually go with the animation. Do it like that. See, most people, they're predictable. They'll run the fucking the drag with the tight end, and you know it becomes predictable. And so you're better off. Everything's about speed and how fast you get rid of the ball. So you move down to the line. Forget the crosser, put the zig. See, triangle would have been your read. You have to read during that animation. So what I would suggest doing is get this view right here so you can see the field. When you see the field, you can read these. You can read the defense better. Only thing is, it won't let you throw it during the fake like the fake off animation. So you might have to quickly distribute after you made the read. You hit R2. Said, I don't know. Let me see who didn't pick their block up. No, I don't have an all-pro right tackle, so the tight end just fucking released. For no reason, okay. Probably because I didn't put the check on him. I don't know. So he's supposed to check. Let's try it like that. That's your easy completion. It's not something you spam. I mean, a lot of people, they come out in trips. They run the same 3 or 4 things. You know, they run inside zone. You see PA crossers and dagger the whole fucking game. Nobody really mixes it up. Every now and then you might see someone use RPOs. This one's pretty good. Like, I'll use it in certain scenarios. Number one, you can't run RPOs versus man coverage. If you run it versus man, it's going to get alert. Now, this one's intriguing because you can actually beat man and zone with this, based off of who you read. So if you see zone, like these guys aren't properly lined up, you read zone, you throw the bubble screen. If they're properly lined up, like a guy in front of each, that's going to tell you it's man. So when I see man, it's either going to be hold the ball and run it because there's nobody in that B gap between the tackle and the guard. I'm looking at that. And the second thing is that tells me that corner is possibly a man. So I might be able to hit that corner on the cut depending on the short route running of the tight end or so on and so forth. Now, I can motion him in so he can get a chip block for me. It's a lot better than running inside zone because it freezes the defense, whereas inside zone doesn't. So I gotta just run him in, put him in right here. I know it's zone. All right, zone. You're gonna pass the bubble screen. Don't pass lead it. If you pass lead it, you're gonna get a bad animation. All right, I'm gonna show you pass lead. Then I'm gonna show you just throw it. All right. So if I try to pass lead, sometimes he'll get a wonky animation, or I'm trying to remember how I was pass leading. You pass lead it like left. See how he walks backwards and stuff? Don't pass lead it. You don't pass lead it. He catches it in motion and stride, and his blocks pick up for him. So it's just something that you might want to pick up on. Just don't pass lead RPOs. See right there, I pass lead. He kind of had that walk back animation. And that shit'll hurt you if you're going for like 2-point conversions. Trust me, I know. So just don't pass lead it. At the last second, you go ahead and grab it. And look at there, he'll follow his block. So it's pretty solid if you don't do that. There's not too many things that I really use in here. Like I said, it's not, I wouldn't call it like a top 10 formation. It's just something that you want to have in certain situations, to like, short yardage situations. You need to spread people out. That's what trips is for. Trips isn't, something you're actually gonna sit there and scheme with. Like you're sitting there running trips the whole game, bro. It's not gonna bode well for you. I'm just gonna be honest. It's just something you can have in your offense. Just it's more situational. See, you can't really go. You don't have deep reads because you got a 5-man protection. Your running back usually, he's not gonna, if he's running his route, he ain't gonna chip block no one. And then whatever route you run, like with that tight end, for instance, I would have to run a slant underneath him. And if I run a slant, then I would need to run a flat to have the clear out that I want. So if I did that again, say I want to run a slant. I forgot about that. But forgot the audible. Alright, so I can motion him over. But see, that route doesn't work with that tight end route. So what I would have to do here is he has to run the slant under. And then I can have 2 flats. Like that. So my quick read is the flat. And we got the slant wide open. That's just how, like I said, that's just how I see it. Like, I know how to play against trips defensively, so I should know how to attack it offensively. Like, that's pretty much all you need. Just give yourself an RPO that you can run inside zone off your read. So right here, I can. It's this one. High percentage completion, like especially you don't have an elite offensive line. Mutt you can hold on to the ball. Regs, not so much. Early CFM, not so much. If anybody's rated below 80, you're not gonna have all day to sit there and throw the ball. If y'all paid attention these last few years when I had Derek Carr, what was my number one issue? When he tried to throw the ball, someone would get through the line and I would get that long heave animation. It made me so fucking mad. Like I would literally just keep cussing Carr out, blaming it on him when it wasn't necessarily his fault because he has bad throw under pressure and stuff. It was really me just trying to force balls down the field instead of trying to get rid of it quick and distribute the ball. So I kind of learn. You remember, I always tell people, you learn from your mistakes. You learn from losing. And over the years, I'm losing because I'm holding on to the ball too long, trying to throw the ball 50, 60 yards down the field. That worked in Madden 19, Madden 20. You could sit there and throw fucking post routes all fucking day, and the outside thirds would dumb out or bite down. They don't do that anymore. Like, you sit there trying to run post routes now, and those thirds are going to jump to them. So you don't see me running a lot of those now. Like, most of mine is quick distribution. The thing with quick distribution, you don't take sacks. You can literally make people rage quit because they can't defend it, because they don't know who the ball is going to. And you won't have to worry about any meta defenses that are ever created. You will never have to worry about, if something gets patched, is your offense going to be effective? No. Your offense is never going to be effective because they're not going to patch you making good reads and getting rid of the ball fast. That's just how it is, Same thing with my defense. I match personnel. My defense plays great. Post snap, post patch, pre-patch. It's not affected. It's only affected to the people that rely on copy paste. And that's what it is at the end of the day. I'm just trying to see if I can create some stuff now. See, that route by Tucker is not good from right there. But watch. Some of these routes that are already drawn up can be flipped to the other side and be ran like a short China route. So that potentially is good. Because I know he'll get a quick cut on the in route. And the only thing that I'll have to do is I have to basically create some type of diversion. So if I send the running back deep like that, I don't know why to get that corner doing that. But you can also move this running back out here and run that route. And just run the flat under him. So boom, boom, look at that. Oh, baby, I just gotta get that slide protect. That should be deadly. Let me see, give me a flat, give me a slide protect. Safety takes it down. And I could probably run something up the middle of the, so let's say if I have Jacobs, let's just say I come out and run a crossers. I put Jacobs in there because he has the running back apprentice. Let me just find some type of crosser. Probably a mid-level crosser, which I think. Gotta put Jacobs in. I be using Walter, man, I don't know. I just like to use all my running backs, I guess. Put him in a Texas. Motion him out. Put him in a flat. Now I had that cross. Now I gotta figure out which crosshair I want. Which one gets open. I only need one of them, so I could probably run the zig on the short. Texas. So run two zigs. See, take too long. The idea is there. I think this one would probably be better with Renfro. Running the little flat route. And I can check read off of him. I think that'd probably be the best way to do that. I would need a dig route on that backside. Instead of running a post, there's no point. See why I say it's hard getting concepts against deep blues. Like deep blues are just gonna get out in front of your routes real quick. Especially if they know you throwing it deep. So it's your job to attack the short and middle areas on the field. Because the first thing I see is if nobody, if they come out in a formation like this and nobody rushes the center, see the center backing off into the running back, that's not good. So I might need to cancel that play action animation. I feel like it's too slow. And then we get zone chucks on seam flats. Like that's, I don't like those. So I might need to clean that up. I could probably just run him on a drag, maybe. See if I had like a slot apprentice. Hitch routes are good. Alright, let's just put him in a fade. Run him over. And then run the dig like that. So that's if you keep the play action animation. So we have that route under to hold that corner. I think that's a little bit better. And I can just make my read off of how you want to defend Renfro over there sitting on the check down. See, right there, I need to make that throw. I'm a little late on it. That's just another thing, man. You want to make sure all your receivers are a part of a read progression. You just don't want to be stuck trying to just throw right routes down the field and only be able to make like 2 read progressions. See, if I cancel too early, he blocks his. Yeah, because the reason why is because instead of me just canceling it, he runs back. You run out of that invisible pocket. If you're already starting off your gun, you got what, a 2-yard pocket on the drop back. As soon as you pass that, which I did, I went a yard out of the pocket. That created a block shed. So I might have to pump fake. I want to get the cancel and then the pump fake. So I got to get that mastered. Haven't figured out what that motion is going to be useful for. It could be like a fade concept. I'm not sure. might be I think I'm better off just sending them on a route and blocking them, because that play action animation, that read, it sucks. I guess it's for you to read Myers. Like, you really have to read him as soon as he cuts. I think that's what it's designed for. Is you read them right there. Might take some lab work to hit that consistently. I don't know if I can see if I motion him in. That's gonna bring. See if I just get him off. Okay. So if we clear that out, we get that number 2 receiver away. See how we shifted to safety? And I'll probably just run zig under. And the safety sitting there waiting on that one. See, Renfro is probably better on the inside. I don't like Renfro outside. Renfro runs those little really short routes that are close to the quarterback. Like the route Devontae just ran, that's what Renfro need to be running. I need to see if I can change up my packages. So I have wide receiver 1 slide, I could do that. That's that stick route. I gotta find out what this is useful for. That tight end route, man, is just glitchy as hell. Like, I don't know if you need like a good route runner. If there wasn't anyone on the top of them, that would probably work. I would need something to drag underneath. Let me try that. Got my drag. It's just weird. It's a weird route. So I could get it up the sideline. He's just not shaking that corner off. He's just getting ping pong. I don't know. That shit ain't gonna do that shit. That fucking route sucks. That's just why I say, man, you don't see me run a lot of trips for real. Because of stuff like that. Like when people be blitzing, it really limits you. So I got a one-on-one with the safety. Yeah, the throws are real bad. There was one route, man. I I'm gonna kind of back out of here for a sec. I think there was one route I used to have when it was like John Gruden's playbook. It was an I form, and it had a crazy ass tight end route. Like, bro, I used to kill with Waller with that shit. I ain't gonna add it to no playbook or nothing. I'm just gonna see what they did with the offenses. Should be in like I form. I want to say one of the boy, they gutted playbooks. This looks like a good I form. Like the old strong close. Boy, they good at these playbooks. Crazy seeing these formations only got like 6 plays in them. Boy, they took all the orbit end arounds, the jet sweeps. Man, I'm telling you. There it is. It's actually that's the play. It's the PAY throwback. But the thing is, you have to cancel the play action to get that throw off because you're going to be rolling out to the right, rolling out one way, and the throw's going to be designed to the other side. I like the PA dagger though. I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't got it. We used to have the switch route concept. Some of these I could just recreate with hot routes. Just looking at them. Yeah. So that would be a center post with a corner. See, I got that short crosser. Yeah, I got that. And then I could put a dig route behind it. Because the dig route goes good with a crosser, but that's not like that short crosser. See, that's got a short crosser, but I think it goes too far to the sideline. Not deep enough. Okay, we had this formation with the jet sweeps. Why they gutted these play balls? Once upon a time, these formations had like 40 plays in them. You know what happening is they putting too much offense. When they create 500 more plays, they got to take them away from playbooks. That's what they doing. Because the memory of the game can't handle it. That power guard play is very good. My thing, though, I need to lab it more because I know I need a fast guard and a fullback that can impact. Like I might have to put a tight end back there Because I don't think Bolden is strong enough. Have to run that like 2 tight ends. That's a good one play. See, we don't have enough plays like that. Like the wheel route coming out on the play action. I need to create something like that. Because I used to have something, them slides, U slides, yeah. Them things can be annoying as hell to defend too. So if I can create one, like this one I could probably do it with. I'm just trying to see. Instead of running them to the flat, put them on a wheel route. And then you would need a post. Let me see what I need. See, sometimes you can just look at these other plays and you can kind of steal the concept of what you're trying to do. So the wheel route has to go by itself. And then the other side is a levels. So I would need to force everything to the other side of the field if I put them on a wheel. So I would need to fake the play action animation to the other side. I'd have to motion that tight end over. One of those tight ends over. Create like a flood concept. That's what I would need to do. Because there's like a lot of those in like single back and shit. But Lord knows I used to love them things. This thing, they would kill like cover 4 quarters and shit. It's like, I just don't remember the formations they were in. I think I played someone the other day in fucking mud or something. Riggs, I don't know, but he had the Falcons, bro, and he was running that bitch. I run. I couldn't. And then when I had the adjustment to stop what he was doing, he would flip the play and then quick hike me. I'm like, bro. Yeah, I was like, you got it. I ain't gonna be mad at you. I can find one, bro. I don't know where they're at. Like I said, they took so many plays. See, that's what I need. That right there. That was the play he was fucking me up with. Because he would do that, and then he would fucking run the ball, and then he'd go back doing that bullshit. And if it wasn't the block check release, then he would hit the corner route. And if I mabled my coverage off on that, he'd hit the crosser. I'm like, bruh. Ugh. So I was like, man. And then if I zoned everybody off, he would run the ball. I was like, Jesus. Felt like he knew exactly what I was doing. I was adjusting to it too, but he beat me on it. That play could be broken. Because you got 4 red routes. Y'all know if anyone's played Madden as long as I have, a lot of you don't know this either. But you get an accuracy bonus when you throw it to a red route receiver. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't know that. You used to get, like, if you played Madden 06, you used to be able to highlight who your red route was. Like, you could make your primary receiver because you had the quarterback vision, cone vision, and shit. So it is getting cold. Like, I need to get the heater because I'm getting cold. I deal with a blanket right now. I don't feel like getting my heaters out. Dude. But yeah, the older Maddens, you could control who the red routes were, and you can control the cone vision, who the cone went to, and whoever was in that cone was who you would throw it to accurately. Manning and Brady, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. Could see the whole field. Like, you could literally see all 5 of your targets without moving the vision, which was OP. That was basically no look dead eye before no look dead eye was a thing. But then your mid quarterbacks, you probably could get like 2 guys in your vision, in your cone vision, and your cone vision was like your shitty quarterbacks. Like, your throw power would affect how much light you could see downfield. All right. So if you had 97 throw power, your light would beam like a fucking train light. Like, it would beam all the way to the end of the field. But the width was graded on your awareness. The higher your awareness, the bigger your vision was. And then basically, if anything was in your vision, you could throw it to that receiver and not have to worry about having a bad pass thrown or something like that. But the key thing was, like, especially if you had like the Mike Vicks, they had to create that to nerf Mike Vick, because Mike Vick in 04 was OP. So in 06, I think it was 06 to 08. I want to say 06 to 09, something like that. They had the cone vision, which was good. But then for comp play, it was bad because you pretty much knew where to lurk. And it made me better because you know who I was playing with. I had fucking Aaron Brooks. Oh shit, man. That fucking Aaron Brooks. I had old Dante Culpepper. We had fucking. We ain't had nobody good for real in a long ass time. The last good quarterback we had was fucking Jason Campbell, if I'm being honest. And he was gonna have a hell of a season had he not got hurt, because we were doing good. We were looking at the playoffs. Hugh Jackson was our offensive coordinator, and we were scoring points. We blew Josh McDaniels out, 55 to fucking Darren McFadden was just having a field day. We had fucking Denarius Moore. We had like players, bro. Like, we were out there doing the damn thing. I still got that play. I just don't use. I don't have too many situations where I can use it though. It's like when I can use it, it's too late. People know that I'm doing it. Like the older, when I first started using it, not everybody expected it. So it's really just not using it in those situations. Maybe more or less set it up. Don't save it for, end of the half. I don't know. I like strong close too. You just can't really run out of it for real. Let's go. They're my play. I made that shit famous with Henry Ruggs. That's a good play. PAD cross. I love that wide receiver out. That's really what got me started in the quick pass thing right there. When I was running that play right there, y'all remember I started putting Darren Waller at wide receiver? Oh man. Them were the days. Cause I was like, man, you too big. You can't press him. Why you keep pressing me, bro? Like anytime someone tries to think they know what they're doing, I always try to sham them. It's like, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm just ingenuitive when I start creating schemes. I guess another thing. I'll look at these plays and then see if there's anything I can create looking off of them. Like I see a PA slide that could be useful. You don't see too many like that. Whew. See, we got something like that. But I don't got that blunt dive. Yeah, put that wide trail in for a tight end. I guess if you have I guess that could be good in mud, I guess. I don't know. They got too many jumbo sets. I don't think they added 500 plays. I think they took 500 plays out of the game and replaced them. I'm gonna be honest, because it's not really a lot. Most of them just because where's all the jet sweeps at that was in the game? Where's the orbit bubble screens? Where's where's all that stuff at? When you say you created stuff, you added, you would assume there would be stuff still in the game, right? So I'm looking for doubles. I don't even remember which one it was. Yeah, probably so. I just don't know which ones they are. And there's no way to find them. Which is dumb. I mean, I'll go through the playbooks. I know there's hidden plays in every formation. So you really just got to go through each playbook, see which one has those specific plays that you like. Because me personally, I'm gonna be honest, I can make any playbook work. It's really just understanding what it is you're trying to do out of those sets. Like if as long as I have something I can be familiar with, I would be okay. And based off of most of the stuff I see, most playbooks are almost the same, to be honest. Because everything's going to have verts and shit. So what we're going to do We're gonna look at each playbook. No. I don't want to go defense. Alright, their bunch. They got the curl, they got the bunch trail, they got the base. See, a lot of the bunch plays, they didn't really do anything to bunch. Got the smash return. A lot of these plays I already use. And the only thing different is that bench pivot with the tight ends. I'm not really a fan of bunch nasty. That's all the play you got is one really. I see these plays all the time, and I box this whole formation with a cover two sync with match turned on. Dead ass. Alright, bunch is easy to defend if you know what you're doing. So is this snugs? It says deuce close. So that means that's two tight ends. That does me no good. I need to find out who has the So you got your shark wheel. Familiar with that. You see a lot of people use that. This is pretty much the formation I use already. It's got the slot cross. I think I used this last year. Only thing is, it doesn't have the. It's got the four verts. It's got the four verts. I got the. You got the shark wheel. You got the slip screen. You can roll out. That's for a spread quarterback though. Like you literally got to be able to run. If your quarterback can't run, you're not gonna get that throw off. See a lot of people running these empty chips. Chip blocks, chips tight, empty wide. I see a lot of that. I bench all that empty shit. That empty shit is not good. I don't know why people run that shit. Same thing with split close. I blitz the shit out of it. I really don't see anything that's popping. Let's see if they still got snugs. Split. See, they got snugs flip right here. No, that was my formation. I feel like they gutted this. Alright, so there's my play. That's a corner. Corner goes that I like. Yeah, there's the PA flood that I liked. Where's the other play? That's like one of the better meshes in the game because you get those drags with chip block. Y'all remember I ran that draw. Wasn't a lot of plays in it, but the plays I ran were that fucking good. And then you had your base run if you wanted to do that. It was really just 3 plays that I gave a shit about. Slot wide receiver backfill. Instead of creating all these glitchy formations, why don't you just allow wide receivers to be halfbacks? Like, EA be trying to do too much instead of just letting you put in your athletes wherever the fuck you want to put them at. You know? Like, if I want to put a wide receiver at halfback, you should let me put him at halfback in the depth chart. You know? He's an athlete. Give him the ball. And you stop putting restrictions on things. Offensive coordinators in real life use wide receivers at halfback. They restrict us with these packages. I don't see no orbit. There's no way to look at it either. And I can't see the other playbooks unless I go into practice mode. So that's what we got to do. We'll start with the West Coast. I think West Coast allows me to put a cornerback. Because I need a new offense from what, I'm going to be honest. I feel like the Raiders playbook has been basic as of late. Still good, but West Coast is going to give me a lot of under center, single back. Give me some bunch. Okay, so we got your shot play. The wing slot. Retreating. Okay, you got the east with the zone split. Some crazy shit going on there. It's 2 tight end sets. It's basically your iPhone. Square doubles. Go see one. Okay, so you could put your halfback number 2 in the slot. There's got to be one in here that lets you a bunch. It's got that short corner. See, you don't have those short corners in the playbooks. Oh my god, they got the corner stripe with the short corner. Bruh. make sure they got anything else. The only thing is they don't have them other routes that I like. I'm a little jealous of that short corner though. And it's got a nice inside cross. I don't know if I can go to a gun bunch. And then you got that skinny post on that mesh. Just go. I'm just test it out. See, we used to motion hike this shit. So I don't know if it works the same as it used to. So we used to motion hike it, but I think they nerfed motion hiking bad. So I don't think it's like bad, but see if I can do anything with this, like motion wise. That's one thing I see. Because the motion hikes aren't as good as they used to be. And so you got tight slots, which is really snugs, but it doesn't have the good plays. Spread double. Tray open used to be good. Trying to figure out which one of these would have. That's pretty much all it. So let me go to the next one and see what they got. So a lot of the spread, you get your protections from shotgun, running 12 personnel. So you have like a lot of wing shotguns, so you have time to make your reads. Just from what I see. Alright, so it's just trio offset. People running for 4 wide receivers. Noted. got a bunch. Pretty much all the plays that I use, except they got a counter instead of a draw. They got the draw, obviously. I feel like they're missing that spacing. Oh, it's right there. You're gonna think you're just limited to gun and pistol. That's the only downfall of it. You ain't gonna be able to kind of wind games down with power. I like a balanced playbook where I could do a combination of both. Y'all want to know something crazy? The better playbooks are in MUT. Like, they'll have those generic ones. Like, when they start adding them into the game, bro, like, they'll have some good-ass playbooks. But they be just overcommitted to one thing. Like, they had the fucking John Madden playbook, bro. Like, that shit had, like, every godly run formation in the game. I was like, bro. I went up against that shit last year. It was fun to do, like, your challenges and stuff in, but when you got to a game, it was like, man, you know, you got your go-to plays that you can't use because they not in there. Like, it was more of a game managing playbook. Like, if you were a game manager, chew clock type, it was for you. But y'all know me. Y'all know I like to throw the ball. So I can't sit there and just chew clock the whole fucking game. That shit just doesn't, it don't entertain me. Wish there was a way to look at just every playbook in general. I don't want no run heavy. I don't want no run balance. I don't want no shoot. I don't want no. I don't think any of those playbooks are good, to be honest. Tampa Bay used to have some good ones when they had Tom Brady. Like, they had some weird routes. And what's crazy is people didn't even use those concepts because they had Tom Brady and they just wanted to use the hot route master. But the Bucs got like a lot of good routes, and I think people sleep on that. Like, look, they got a nice little levels dagger. Got a lot of bunch sets. As long as I got a 4 verse, bro, I could run anything for real. See, it's got a Switch console. That'd be like the next thing is just a must have. Like, I like the 4 verse, but like once people catch on to the verse, then I need them concepts. And Switch is the next best thing. Because I can still go deep on it. You don't really see. There's some weird RPOs. They really gotta be playable, so. Like, I don't see like a lot of the. Y'all know what I miss? I miss that fucking play I ran in 22. Y'all remember that wing slot that I would run with Mariota? That little screen route. That was like OP as fuck. I'd roll out to the right, or like I'm running to the sideline, and I'd throw the screen to the other side of the field. Boy, that shit was just abuse. I wish there was a way to just look at all the playbook straight up instead of having to go in there and look at them individually like that. So I don't like the generics. I'm probably just gonna rock with what I know. I'm just gonna have to get better with it so I can. Might change some of the audibles if applicable. Thought I had a. I don't like running the counter out of this. But what I could do is that PA boot shot. I could put that tight end in a wheel route. Because when you motion him, it becomes like a full house. So I think that would be good. I don't really like that halfback route. I like that other route though. What goes good with it? That is the question. And then some of these formations, bro, like you can only motion certain people. But if you flip it, you can motion the other side. It's weird. Like you can't do. So you really just just got to kind of dive into it and figure it out, I guess. Speaking of figure out, I'm tired as fuck, man. I can't focus right now. If y'all be on in the morning, man, tomorrow my birthday. Well, 2 hours away technically, but if y'all want to do anything for me, man, hit me up on my Cash App or something, try to do something for me because I'm going through a lot this weekend and I'm trying to bounce back. But I will see y'all in the morning, man. Let me get me some sleep so I'll be 100% in the morning when I tune in, okay? Appreciate you.